My name is Blagogee of Blagogeegh.com. Yo Street News, Yo Ghana. Follow me on Instagram is Blagogee on Instagram. On Facebook is Blagogeegh.com. On Twitter it's Edward Blagogee, and on my YouTube channel it's Blagogee. Today we are privileged to be here at one of Ghana's finest veteran musician in the person of Ofori Amponsah, which people normally calls him Mr. Ofori, aka Pastor Lewa, and many other AKAs. So we are here to have an in-depth interview with him, how it all started with his music career, his advice to the young ones and the up and coming musicians, and what it is that we are lacking here in the music industry, that we can make a change when it comes to our music industry, and also the way forward for the brand Ofori Amponsah. Is there any upcoming concert that is going to throw patrons with it, maybe come next year? And also, is there any upcoming album as well? So stick and stay. My name is Edward Blagogee of Blagogeegh.com. We are privileged to have our legend here in the person of Mr. Samuel Ofori Amponsah. Good afternoon, boss.
Fine afternoon, boss.
I hope say BBI.
No, BBI fine, but BBI nice.
Last week, this Saturday, you performed at the African Legends Night. How was the performance so far?
No, it was very nice. Seeing the fans, the way they were just like jumping to the songs and playing the music around. For me, I was very happy. And one thing that made me kind of say like, I didn't know say Ghana for a Pemasemsa, and it was fun to be around them.
Ever since finally you are finally back, and then so far you've done so many performances at MTN, and then you did the African Legends Night. Still Ghanaians still love you and still love your music. What is that favorite old school music of yours that you like so much?
Hey, mi peno, afami se to lege, and I'm me dointi, afami se to lege, be. Listening to this song, people just like, you are used to the song. You identify with the song. So I think that is the kind of identification that people go through, the kind of stuff that people go through, and I sing them. That's the secret.
Is it, for instance, the Otulege, was it an experience that you went through that made you to compose that music?
That one, but all the same, it's kind of like the experience. But
is there any real life story to it?
Well, there's a woman that I loved so much, and there were problems in every marriage or in every situation. There are problems, but I think that was the beginning of the song. And the funny thing about it is, like, when I told my friends like this is the song I want to write, they were like, hey, is it Obra? Is it Obra? So like, it's kind of like an experience. I made a trust our song.
And that song won you so many awards and made you travel outside Ghana. Share with me some experience.
I was traveling before that song. I had awards before that song, but I think it was a good thing. If you want to do something, don't listen to anybody, because the time when I made sure, my friends were laughing at me, so I had to just like say go and hide somewhere and write the song. So it's kind of like Sanamite. I don't listen to what people say. I just like believe this is what I believe, and it's gonna happen. And that's my life.
So who produced that song?
The production is done by me. Studio production was done by Apietus. Okay. But on that album, it was from Buddhist Tiger and Apietus put together. So I would never say the album was a great album. It was. So it was two producers.
So to the new school, they be Buddhist Tiger, Buddhist Tiger. I haven't heard like this is not the first time of hearing that song, that name before, Buddhist Tiger. I think he's based in Germany, and he does so many production for Daddy Lumba, and also yourself and other couple of artists. So, in one word, how will you describe Buddhist Tiger back in the days when he was producing music for the Ghanaian masses or the Ghanaian artists?
Even right now, if you go to Buddhist Tiger, you wonder because that guy is like focused on what he does. I learned a lot from him, and if he's producing something, he makes sure the thing is good before answer you deba out. And yes, bia or bibia stuff bibia. So I think that's the problem here. Right now, everybody has a studio in his house. You need the technical know-how, no? How to make the song last. So it's like, song, it did 20, 30 years before it goes out. Song, it did 1 month, then it dies off.
Talking about songs that does not last. You've done so many songs, countless of music, countless of hit songs. Did you see yourself back in the days when you were writing, like you said, at your corner? Did you see yourself that a time will come, 2019, Ofori Amponsah will be the household names that at the end of the day he will still be booked for show and also still be performing good songs to patrons?
Well, I had good mentors. I mean, very good to meet somebody who just like speaks into your life. And one mentor that I would say is like Dad Lumba. He just said, one day you'll be like me. I was like, I don't have anything. Ministry daddy, or say you'll be like me. So I think it's a mentorship, and then the kind of music that I wrote, situations. You feel people's suffering, and then you write it. So I think say the thing, So because based on hits and so hit, so hater. It do sometimes not one year hitting and then you die off. So I think
Okay. So was there a time that maybe you wrote a song and then you presented it to Daddy Lumba that it should look true for you in a form of like editing some lyrics and see how best the song composure could be done, and he was like, okay, this song is not best for you?
Yeah, there was a time. I mean, the time when I began writing songs, he was the first person I made a commando, and he chose Odomrefi and Theater and all those songs. So we became like, for 6 years, we became like friends. We will rehearse for maybe hours. We would just like stand there rehearsing for hours, and I learned a lot from that experience.
Okay, so we have so many artists currently in Ghana that they try to pick another, like let's say an upcoming artist, and then they try to mentor, and all of a sudden there is this tagline out there like, this person is ungrateful after a whole lot of things that I have made for him. Did you had that experience where the Daddy Lumba made that statement to you, or it's never okay?
I haven't heard it. If I it's a natural thing. Say like human beings, even we grow. Like your father gave birth to you, but right now your father be old. So the ability to mentor people is the greatest thing. Not be say like people do it to you. And me I've suffered so much. Where I bring people, but they are very ungrateful and stuff. But I didn't say it is not actually about that doing something so you get something back, but just like mentoring other people to just like be like you. That's all.
That's the most. So at the
end of the day, for me, it doesn't count. I mean, it doesn't count. I don't have that thing in my heart.
But was there a point that you did something to you helped somebody else, and then at the end of the day, they were like, okay, it's time for me to move on, and then you were like, oh.
That's a natural thing. I mean, as I already said, like bakrana onyini we are obefa on one path. One thing I'm person me catch in microphone say, we live in a spiritual life, a spiritual world, but people don't actually know. Life is spiritual, and most of the time they go, and now also you're spiritual as this and that and that. Me also for like that to tell people, but like, I want to tell people, so like whatever you do comes back to you. That's it. Whatever, if you do bad to people, you definitely pay for it. That's it.
So coming to this place, I got to a station and I realized there was this placard on, I mean, the taxi, a passenger taxi, and then I saw your name is scripted on it, Ofori Amponsah, Chantai, and some other names on it. What are some of the achievements you've made that they made you, they have to give you that name on top of their taxi? And then they were like, you've done a lot for this, where you are, and then you've done so many things. Share with us some of the experiences or how you first got this place and how was it like back in the days?
Well, when I came here, it was like,
first of all, would you love to share where you are, or you just want to keep it
no,
in?
everybody knows. but when I first came here, it was like, everywhere was darkness, and I talked to electricity company of Ghana. It was like, no, they can't come here because like it's not even on their map. And I was like, just like get here for 5 minutes and you are at Ofanko barrier. And why is it not on your map? And it was like, okay, then I will do it. So I had to bring poles all the way to this place for lights to come here. So that's one of my achievements, maybe probably. And then the music that I play for people and the way my lifestyle, I think I don't know actually know, but probably I don't think and so well.
Okay. So has music made you, or at the end of the day, has music really paid its dues?
I have misused my money. Believe me.
How with these mansions that I'm seeing around?
Okay, the misuse of money will be like probably like not actually envisioning how life is gonna be. And so my advice to people, I'm okay. Yeah. Right now I'm okay, I'm good. There's a restaurant here, there's a store here, there's this is not even my only house.
I know, but at the end of the day, we'll go rounds and then we'll check where you are and other things.
I've hidden this for so long, but the thing is like when you are just like on top, make sure you put something somewhere. That's all. It's very difficult because that time you have pressure. But it will be a bound chain, Charlie, and easy. School fees are made here, and most of my money goes out to people. I don't go to enjoy myself. You and say okay, Senkophone testify they will come home, say children's home, but one thing I believe as a Christian, for me I'm a Christian, and one thing I believe is say, oh yeah, Papa, Emma Benkum in who denify. So I still keep on to that thing. And there are times everything will be just like you down, but somehow no, you come up. Yeah.
You are performing your performance. I realized there is this connection between you and the former First Lady, Nana Kunedu Ajima Rawlings. What's that connection?
Wow, I saw her in the crowd. I didn't know I saw her, but it's I think that me was something that I share with them. Today me read an article. Rawlings can say it taking about 13 years for him to just like put up his mansion, and then I am feeling if he and I were just like this selfless people, and they say be to dinner to but if saying come we are massive come right now, but at the end of the day, as somebody who thinks about the people, for me NDC, me MPP, probably. Me was something that I like about Rawlings, he being a selfless person, like, and Miss Sanamity, I wish saying I wish that's my wish. I wish I had money to just do everything. I don't have it enough. So selflessness, any you see the corruption too much got into this thing. Say then it means you say your roots and everything will never be done. So I think that's may appreciate you. Yeah.
Okay, so let's go to this question. What time no? Back in the days there was nothing like social media, I guess.
Yeah, there wasn't.
There wasn't like social media. So take us through the journey, how songs were promoted.
It was done through purely radio and just like a few TV stations, yeah. But and it went viral somehow. I don't know, but yeah, call everywhere. Like people invited me from Kenya, from Sierra Leone, from Liberia, from Ivory Coast, everywhere I went. Yeah, so I think just the mercies of God, because we didn't have this opportunity now. Yeah.
Because the reason why I'm asking this question was, I mean, we live in an industry where people will be like, back in the days, you guys didn't have anything called management. How true is that?
No, there is nothing like management. Management is to say, oh, I won't do this, I won't do that. This is where I put my bar line. This. So there's nothing like management.
Back in the days, like of your time,
they were managers, yes. But in the actual sense, even for today, there's nothing like management. Is like somebody to tell you, Charlie, this stuff you are wearing. Me, I measure t-shirt to your stage, but somebody says, Charlie, this t-shirt, yeah, that's management. You know, somebody just to tell you, say what you're doing, because artists, most of artists are crazy people. I mean, write it here. Most of artists, if you are not crazy, you cannot be creative. So most of artists go a different way to be creative. You know, and if you leave them, they will just like wear something, wear some chalawate. So at the end of the day, there should be a management to tell you, say, Charlie, no, though you are this, you have to wear this, you have to be like this, you have to be. So that's management. There's nothing called management in music.
So the reason why I'm making this statement is, I mean, it's perceived out there that a lot of your kind of like your crop of artists, like your colleagues in Bomo Baye, some made it, but at the end of the day, like a heading so mbenya kakra bi mpo dia to adwane and I say a place that they sleep. How difficult? I don't know if you can share.
Like, things are difficult everywhere. Life is actually difficult. Yeah, but kakra na ubenya nowadays, even if it's a 50 million, 20 million, you just put it somewhere. That's all. Do something with it. That's all, because and yeah, every time I met me to audio. And yet every time na kid beat me to or and I say your friends come you beat me continue producing these songs. A bit do some period no a bit easy. Yeah? It's a bit easy or talent but new crop something different will happen in the industry. And then you have to be very careful with all these things. Like na when mama say papa no jama unishi skade it will be a hemi. But crass idea nyankopon share me too much. Then you share me too much. Even and 2008, 2000, I was building 4 houses at a time. Men can't you be as me fee ni na never.
Because say they hate me who on social media. Oh, as you may see fee ni dan ni nyoma wenyi ni. But I saw the end there. Oh, they are there. I don't know what inspires.
Life goes on, you know, and my main conception, life is up and down. Life is failure, and then life is gaining. You learn from when you are down, and then you learn from when you are up. So for me, life still goes on. So far as I breathe, you know, life still goes on. I don't actually cherish, say, if I die, I don't take them. But it won't be unfair here to me that because my dream will be rough. Me as Antony pure. That, you know, the only thing is me misuse most of my money. That thing I go tell you. Even with the mansions and with the cars, like cars is here 8. Obiba no afa ba akoko Emma Beam. Obiba no afa ba akoko Emma Beam. I mean,
but where was that happening? Like so, was it like artists that you signed on your label that did that, and I said, "What down for?" And I said, "Someone
like down for, you know." Yeah. But for me, that's my life. Yeah. So, but in the actual sense, when it comes to me, who says Sika is not actually the money paper, the paper na yakutano. Sika is investing the little that you have, you know, the little that you have. So if you are an artist, I differ to say, do I want that? But for me, I have somebody I depend on. I depend on God. I don't depend on human beings, you know. And the only thing is that the heydays, you know, make hay when the sun shines. That's all. The last time somebody came here, I said, I had $3 million, over $3 million in my house. But I've never gone out to say that Ofori Amponsah owns a $3 million mansion. Like, because it's been more 2 rooms, come say $2.5 million. Obia to me kind of pay, and I'm what.
Obia to me money budget money there with.
Mobia money budget is money home, but all the same, me, I have a different style. I'm still struggling. You know, for creative people, you have to continue to struggle. You know, to come out with your creativity. You know, so that's how it's okay.
But because see, the industry we are living in Ghana here, it's a bit funny. How Betty say, at that time, this man is really on top. Maybe at my time, maybe I'm more class 6. I've been listening to your music back in the days, long time ago. My mom and my dad used to play your music.
People don't know.
But at the end of the day, the picture painted out there is, I mean, after you left and you went to your pastoral ministry and you came back, the picture painted out there is, Ofori is suffering. Ofori doesn't have nothing. It's because he's hungry. Even to the extent that even some colleagues even colleague musicians make it known that, it's because he doesn't have nothing. That is why he's coming back to, because he has seen that there is money in the industry. Your time, will you say there was no money in your industry?
No. There's money. I mean, there
was money in your industry.
There's still money to be made, and I've made some, you know. But one thing I will just like say to you is like, there are 2 kind of medias. The media is the social media, the traditional, and then another media, SCSC media, you know. But the SCSC media, they never try to find out anything. All is like, say, you know, say, and this kills my heart every time. Say me say, obi say, ma say, so for Amponsah. I mean, I'm a man. I do everything. A man, me be. Me so me pepe. Me so me be me pe. You know, I mean, I know more, but me de. You can say the omojini no. See be enemy. Me share demo. Me be a 40 days. Na me pay. Obi will testify to you. Say, if I come here, there's another house that I have. I can just like go there for a month, and I'll never just get out. But I'll bet you a whole lot of stuff.
Is there inspiration behind that? Is it an inspiration, or it's something that you've done, or is it something that you learned from your mentor?
No, it's a part of creative people. Because if you want to be very creative, getting out of the house every time will kill your inspiration. Believe me. In the beginning, you will never find out it's killing you. But the things people say to you, say if you're on top and people are saying, hey, Charlie, you did do good, then you feel, you know, big. By the time right now watch him, you can listen to a lot of stuff I'm here.
To bring you down.
Of course. Be yourself. Be yourself.
That's the most important thing.
Mm-hmm.
So far, so good. We thank God for your life.
I also thank God. God is my first. I mean, and for me, when I wake up 4 a.m. every day, if probably I go chill with sometimes I drink some wine and stuff. Charlie, me, I don't go hide that. Yeah. But sometimes I can just like get a few cups of wine and then my bread. So now we say my day. Maybe but on a normal day, Ofori Amponsah wakes up 4 a.m. and I start just thinking, you know. Yeah.
Charlie, we come the veteran in house, and we are discussing more things relating to our music industry and how it all started. And he has shared, a lot of insightful, messages in terms of the questionnaires that has been asked to him. You have a lot of fans, I know.
Probably it's because like I have a message. You know, I just like share my message, my heart with people. So I believe people, as already said, and people identify with what I say. So yeah.
Now let me come to this question. When you were recording Ojo, Cinderella, and a couple of songs in your album, did you have that picture that a time be bar at the end of the day, let me say 2017, 2016, 2018, 2019? You realize Ofori Amponsah is performing again on a stage?
Of course. I started dreaming to be like this. You made free school for this. Everything. You pam with free for this. Sometimes I was sleeping in a kiosk. I chat here. You can say, barbering shop. Yeah, that's why my friends were there, so that's where we were sleeping because everywhere I go, I'm rejected. You know, there were a time, it came to a point where one day somebody asked one of my friends, said, "Actually, you're sure someone down for you, or normal." Normal, and then and my life was music, writing music. And actually, I'm not a performer. I'm a writer. Me per se, all the young guys like Mene Kwame Eugene, Eddie Bakoba, very nice. Me per se can promise. Me per se, you can say, Kiddy. You know, Kiddy. I've talked to him. I know. I mean him, but the time will come, and then. Shatawale, all the best. I want to be with the best. That's all. Me, I want to be with the best. Ungrateful down. I just want them up because you know, I want to be with the best.
Okay, so we have the likes of this, like the upcoming Kiddy and then Kwame Eugene. They are already the mainstream arts, and they've recorded music and other things, good music, good composition and other stuff. Like the reason why I asked this question was back in the days you wrote these songs and then it's already gaining you that money again that you are being billed on stage to perform. And then you we call it disposable music. I don't know if you have any advice for them in terms of writing good songs so that at the end of the day, when they get to your stage, I'm sure maybe you'll be hitting your 50, 60. When they get to your stage, they can equally be booked for shows like the way you've been booked as well.
50 there's 6, 7 years.
Yes, now, I think have the strength to perform as well.
I think what I think is like the world is a dynamic place, and you have to be very relevant at the marketplace. So what I feel that people are doing right now is like market music for us to gain our popularity. Say so I think that is the main focus. But you should also think long term. Say the next 10 years is Obibe Kaiwana. You know, that's the whole thing. Because if I listen to that Lumbus music, like 1989 song, I still want to jump to it. Yeah. And so 1989 to this time, by over 30 years. Maybe probably 30 something.
And still it's still
it's the technical know-how. You see, those times there were people actually booked to record you, to have your voice, you know, and then the engineer to come to make sure the kicks he's playing will last for a lifetime. But right now it's not like that. Right now everybody has a studio in his house. You know, so what I think the know-how is there, but we don't just like, you know, go out to know the know-how. We just like record, put on reverb, just do this, we go. But that's not actually the case. There are actually technical stuff that we have to learn. So I think it's know-how. Yeah, it's know-how, and I believe that if we just like get into the know-how, how to make this sound this, how to make the reverb this, how to make this, then things will change.
Would there be a point where Ofori Amponsah will do live acoustic music in terms of most of the popular songs that he has done? And
to be fair with you, I'm being lazy because there's a lot of stuff. I wish some people would just like come to me and say, "Oh, Ofori, let's do this." There's a lot of stuff in me, but I'm keeping it because I said, "Uncle Daddy, me here cash." We were your friend said Germany. Daddy, Ochina bra, so I have to fly. We will have US, so I have to fly, you know. And sometimes take you, your friends say the creative side of you, you know, though they are very important. But who say, who says, I know man beba where your kids will grow, and then pressure will come to you, and then you are not like before, you know. But still, for example, or you're dusted, or when it comes to music, Charlie. Me bomb by senko for just be kanyame. And when I get to the studio, forget. Even if you are Michael Jackson, I'll sing with you, forget. And that's a gift. But the only thing Ofori Amponsah lucky is marketing. Because the normal way you know hidden on exposing whom to the public, to the church.
Is it because you had people around you, although they really did their good job at your time and they really marketed your music very well to the extent that even tonight it becomes global hit. But at the end of the day, the reason I'm saying this is at the end of the day, Does it mean say marketers no man name with you me here Mawana said
enough. Ofori Amponsah baby and Ofori Amponsah. Listen, the last time I may call, you can say only one studio. No, Ofori Amponsah on 1.2 million copies of Emmanuel. I was shocked. Only one music, 1.2 million. It's
in Ghana.
Ghana alone, cassettes, just cassettes. Yeah, and no, one house. And so, so confirm it from Accra Sounds. Schedule for Amponsah. I mean, look at what I've done. I mean, I have the track record there. Even from one house, Accra Sounds still operating. You can just go and ask.
So at the end of the day, let's say you made damn huge money from that record, Emanuela. Did you misuse that money?
I misused it. Yeah, Emanuela, I actually did stupid. Yeah, I mean,
so you made mention of you misusing. I mean, a lot of. I mean, most of the monies that you made.
Yes, now if you walk could see a whole place for 10 years, Jeffrey will say, imagine you are a small boy, so you just. So me can misuse and yes, be a me coachele and I me the koto cars there over but be 8. Me go but me realize it, you know, bruh. This is much change. And it's a lesson, you know.
It was too late. Oh, let's say I never.
No. Then Yankopon media, no. Basically, me go back with you. I mean, Yankopon even for here, yeah, me hide it like uko sape me abati Ofori Amponsah ho. Uko ACP abati Ofori Amponsah ho. You know, like, you know. So God has blessed me. But at the end of the day, I wish NK differently, like because. God bless me. I mean,
because some of us we've been privileged to see some of the properties that you've made, and I really even though I say open hiding, but
said that lumba. When it comes to properties, I mean, and so no so they are meaning to enjoy, you know, like that. I mean, money is and American money and your paper is not paper. You can, but the money is actually the little that you have and you plant. Yeah, it's not, and it makes me talk. But forever now, me would know. I'm comfortable. Kind of most of the end, will pay. Passion family. That is how life should be lived. Not and then there are people. I'm Russia.